Hello friends, welcome to CIPCT Patent Academy. Welcome to a new video. So friends, in this video we'll talk about the important topics for study of the upcoming Indian Patent Agent exam 2024. So there are few topics apart from the normal patent act, the rules, the sections, the forms and all that you need to be aware of and you need to study apart from the normal patent act that we are normally studying right now and doing the questions. So there is a list of some of them, the topics that you need to study. So these are the patent rules 2003 are proposed to be amended by draft rule 21 sub rule 2 and sub rule 3 draft rule 131 sub rule 2 and updated form 27. So these were the amendments that came in 2019, and if you go to the patent office website IP India, so you are going to find the details of these amendments. Also you can go through the websites of various law firms which publish study materials, the articles on these amendments, which are very helpful in studying these topics in detail. So you must be aware about what were the amendments that were made. The updated, the latest version of the Indian Patent Act is having these changes. Then the patent amendment rules 2021 that was available on IP India website. Recent amendments that are dated 25 August 2023, that is also available on IP India. Then a very important topic that everyone should be aware of, all the aspirants who are preparing for the exam, is the SIPP, that is Scheme for Facilitating Startups Intellectual Property Protection. This is a program that is initiated by the government of India to help all these startups in their filing, prosecution matters related to the patent applications, and provide them with IP facilitators, that is IP Mitra, also referred to as IP Mitra, who do not charge any advising fees or any filing or prosecuting fees from the applicants, though they get it from the government. They are IP facilitators who help the startups in filing of the applications. Then there is a revised fee structure for patent filing and prosecution in the new amendments. So particularly the various amounts that need to be paid should be you should be well informed about them. Then startup, the definition of what is a startup and what is the criteria that need to be fulfilled in order to be eligible under the Startup India scheme. And you should be aware of these things. The definition of the startup, there are few criterias like related to the turnover, the period of the period till which the startup has been institution, and all these things, all these details I've already shared in one of my previous videos, though they are also available on IP India website. Then there are various facilities like reduced filing fees that are available for the startups, so we should be aware of them. Then there are revised forms, fees and the corresponding rules and sections that we need to be aware on. Then FAQs are very important, that are available on IP India website. So there are various questions and their answers available. So they are basically in order to clarify your doubts and clarify your concepts on some of these matters. So reading of these FAQs is also very critical. So SIPP scheme and IP facilitators was an important topic for writing up in the paper 2 of the patent agent examination 2023. So if you go to the paper 2 of this year's question paper, so you will see that a question has been asked on this topic. So it's very it's very important to learn about what is the SIPP scheme and who are and what are the role of IP Mitras. So the scheme for startups is provided and facilitated by the Government of India for the protection of patents, trademarks and designs in the innovation field, and all those interested startups can apply and take benefits from the scheme. SIPP aims to promote awareness and adoption of IPR among the startups. Any startup that is recognized in terms of the notification provided in the with the Gazette of India as dated, which I have mentioned here, and which is amended from time to time, so you need to be aware of any recent amendments. So if the criteria are fulfilled, then any startup will be recognized within the scheme and will be eligible for taking the benefits out of the scheme. Facilitators will be impaneled by the Controller General of Patent, Trademark and Design. Now a question arises that who can be a facilitator. So these criteria are provided on the IPND website, and it says that any patent agent registered with the CGPDTM, any trademark agent, a registered one, any advocate as defined under the Advocates Act who is entitled to practice law as per the rules laid down by the Bar Council of India from time to time, and who is well versed with the provisions of the relevant acts and rules, that is the Patent Act, and is actively involved in filing and disposal of applications for trademarks. Fourth criteria will be a government department, organization, agency or CPSU like TIFAC, NRDC, BIRAC, MITI, CSIR, etc. through an organized representative. Now there are various functions and duties of the facilitators. This was also asked in the previous year's question papers, so we should be aware of it, that among the functions are like providing the general advisory on different intellectual property rights to the startup. So giving advisory on copyrights, trademarks, patents, designs and these kinds of various IP options that are available to the startup. So giving advice, then providing information on protecting and promoting IPRs to startups in other countries as well. So if somebody wants to file foreign patent applications or design applications, so providing information on that as well. Providing assistance in filing and disposal of the IP applications. Starting with the filing of the application to prosecution, and then finally grant of the patent application or the design application. So the IP Mitras will be providing their assistance, total assistance in the filing and prosecuting of the IP related matters. Then drafting of the provisional and complete patent specification for inventions, preparing and filing responses to the prosecution matters like the first examination reports, FERs, and other queries, notices or letters by the IP office. Then appearing on behalf of startups at the hearing. So when the hearings are issued, so appearing on behalf of that startup. So basically prosecuting the matter, then contesting opposition if it is there, and ensuring the final disposal of the IPR application, that is either grant or abandonment, but most probably giving their full efforts in granting of the application. So I have also provided a few notes just for your learning purpose and to make your learning a bit easier. So an applicant can can go for an expedited examination, a quick examination, a fast a faster examination of prosecution process if it falls under the following criteria. This is provided in the draft rules. So the first one is the applicant has chosen India as an international searching authority, ISA, or as an IPEA, that is International Preliminary Examining Authority, in a corresponding PCT application if it has that. The application is a startup, as defined under the rules 2FB of the patent rules. The applicant is a small entity, then the applicant is a female natural person, or the applicant is a government undertaking, or the applicant is eligible under an arrangement with a foreign patent office, just like the PPH program, which we'll discuss later on. So the details of who can be a government undertaking, who can be what can be a small entity startup, so detailed information on these is available with the amendments that are provided by the government, and which is available on the IP India website, so you can go through all the details. But overall, on a very quick basis, you should know that these are the criteria that should be fulfilled for being eligible to provide for an expedited examination. What is an expedited examination? According to Rule 24C of the Patent Rules, an applicant can file a request for expedited examination by filing Form 18A. So you should remember that Form 18A, Rule 24C, is for the expedited examination, along with the fee which is prescribed, and it should be via electronic transmission, duly authenticated within 48 months from the date of priority or date of filing of the application, whichever is earlier. So request for examination has to be filed within 48 months from the date of priority or filing, whichever is earlier. The Patent Prosecution Highway PPH program was cleared for adoption in India. Currently, this program is with the Japanese Patent Office and is expected to be with the patent offices of various other countries. The benefits out of this PPH program are the reduction in time to dispose the patent application, because it deals with fast tracking of the examination procedures of the participating patent offices. So basically, because of this, there will be a reduction in time in getting the applications disposed of, improvement in quality of search and examination of patent applications, then opportunity for Indian inventors, including the MSMEs and startups, to get accelerated examination of their patent applications in Japan, of which the India is a part of, according to the PPH program. In a brief summary of the patent amendment rules that came in 2019, a patent agent can file, leave, make or give all documents only by electronic transmission duly authenticated. So electronic transmission, electronic means, and which is authenticated, is used by the patent agent to file all the documents. For a startup, every document for which a fee is specified shall be accompanied by a Form 28, which deals with the details of being a startup. The applicant requesting for expedited examination can be either a startup or a small entity, or a female applicant, or a department of the government, or an institution established by a central, provincial or state act, or an institution wholly or substantially financed by the government, or the applicant whose application pertains to a sector which is notified by the central government on the basis of a request from the HOD of the central government, or the applicant who is eligible under the arrangement for processing a patent application pursuant to an agreement between the IPO and a foreign patent office, just like the PPH program. Transmittal fee for international application, that is EPCT, is not required. for preparation of certified copy of priority document and in-transmission through WIPO-DAS. No fee is required. Changes in Form 18A with respect to selection of grounds applicable for request for expedited examination and the document that is to be submitted for availing expedited examination on the grounds of Form 18A will include the above list of options that one needs to select, just like the small entity, startup, female entity, government, or PPH program or something like that. So these options will now be available under the Form 18A. A list of questions again are provided for you for your practice. Please like, subscribe, comment and share our channel Patent Academy, and also please provide your valuable feedback. We'll be back with more videos. Thank you.